Alright guys, welcome back. Okay, so a lot of you have been asking and wanting to know what's the new sequence, what's the new combo with Synchro, right? Losing Summon Sorceress was huge because it, like, having Summon Sorceress at our disposal in our combo sequence made it to where you can consistently get to whatever it is that you're missing. All you needed to do is just get to two warriors, because the two warriors would get you to Isolde, and Isolde will climb into Sorceress, and Sorceress was like the guaranteed, like that, like Isolde to summon Sorceress was like a guaranteed sequence that you knew if you were able to see those cards, like two warriors, it's so easy to do. Even just connector gets you Isolde. You knew that you would finish up a combo. But now the Sorceress is gone, what do? Right? Like what how can we progress that combo even further now that Sorceress is gone? Like, now we're gonna have to hard draw the Alpo, you're gonna have to hard draw certain things, and that's not really ideal, competitively speaking, right? Because you want to be consistent. So this combo is not too synchro heavy, but it's a thing I've been messing around with because I wanted to at least incorporate synchro in some sort of way, right? Because of course, like, you gotta keep in mind that once you do the Orcust combo, you can't summon anything else other than Darks, and that's a bit of an issue. It's kind of what we deal with Junk Speeder, right? Like, it's really restricting. Okay, so let's all I need is, this is just a combo just to show you what you can do with just one card. But ideally, this is the ideal scenario, just one card, right? Of course, you can have 4 more cards, so that can be like Call by the Grave, other extenders. So, you know, it varies, right? But like, this is just for the one card, okay? So what you do is you're just gonna go summon your new space connector, right? You're gonna get your Dolphin. Dolphin is gonna get to let me just let's just play. At this point, you could just add any warrior. Doesn't really matter. You just need it to pitch. And in this case, we're always going for the Butter Spy, right? Okay, then you're gonna go ahead and send your equip spells and summon the Armageddonite, and the Armageddonite is gonna send your Strudo, right? And then this is where it's gonna look very familiar. Like, normally you would just have a Doppel Axis, like you knew that, okay, I can get Doppel Axis. But now that we don't have Sorcerers, you kind of can't do that. So you're just gonna have to rely on the Power Tool play, which is, well, I'm pretty sure majority of you are very familiar with it by now. So you're gonna go ahead and use the Strudo, making level 3 synchro with your Armageddonite into level 7, and that's gonna give you your Power Tool. Right, and then you're gonna use Power Tool, revealing 3 DDR, to allow you to use Armageddonite 3 times. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and use Divine Phoenix Blade, and then add back Blade, banishing your Armageddonite, and then you're gonna go ahead and cycle it through, right? And then you send Zephyros. Zephyros gonna bounce back your DDR, just because you just want to keep using Armageddonite as much as you can, and to the full extent at this point, this is where I guess you can do it, right? And you do it again. You do the same thing. This is gonna be the last time you use it, because unless you open multiple DDRs, then yeah. But other than that, you just want to be able to send the Strudo, Zephyros, and Cloak. Those are your 3 targets that you're gonna be sending with the one Armageddon that you bring up Isolde. Okay, and then you're gonna go ahead and tribute the Power Tool, and then you're gonna synchro into a Dragster, right? And because Cloak has a restriction where you can't, if you use that effect to tribute special lit from the graveyard, you can only the materials can only be Blackwing, right? So then that's why you keep the Zephyros on board, and then you just make a Dragster. So that's one interaction, right? So already a connector is already a one interaction, which is always good, right? But we're not done yet. So you're gonna continue, and you get a token off of the Cloak because it left the field. And then right here, this is where you do your Nightmare play. Majority of you are very familiar with it by now, pretty sure. And if you're not, then this is like a little guideline you can just understand for whatever reason. Like, there's sometimes where, like, there'll be like a popular deck, and until like months in, I really don't understand it until I actually look into it, and it's, oh, okay, that's how it works. And then it just I guess it becomes intriguing, right? And then you use Mermaid, summoning your Nightmare, your Orcust Nightmare, right? And then you're gonna synchro, not synchro. I mean, you're gonna go into your Galatea, and then you're gonna go ahead and use Nightmare, Orcust Nightmare's effect, banishing it to summoning, sending what's it called? Harp banishes itself. It's basically like it's like just like an autopilot sequence. Once you just know what to do, it's like okay, send, and then special, and then you just link climb, right? So I'll show you. Okay, so basically, Orcust Nightmare is like a Fool's Burial, and then Harp is like a teleport, kind of, not really. It summons from the deck by banishing it, and then Skeleton is it's a reborn, right? By banishing. They all have effects that when you banish it from grave, they do set effect, right? And then okay, and that gives you the 3 materials to go into your Rusty, and then Rusty's effect sending Boots. Boots will, and then Rusty will set your Brigadine, right? And then you're gonna use Boots, add Fogblade. That's another interaction. So 1 connector, already 2 interactions. That's pretty damn good. Okay, and then you're gonna use the Skeleton's effect, bringing back your Galatea, and then your Galatea is gonna use the effect to return banished Orcust to the deck, and you set a spell trap. Right? It doesn't matter what you set, I guess, because like you're only playing 3. You're not. It's very minimal. It's like kind of like the Excel scenario where you just want the 1 target just so you can get it off. You don't really want multiple. It's basically like just do a little board. Hopefully it's enough, and then attack the game the following turn. Okay, then you're gonna get Crescendo, right? This card's insane. So good. It's basically like a roar for Salamangreat. Okay, and then so you have 2. So already one connector is already 2 interactions, 3 interactions, right? And then over here, normally you would do this, and you would like have the rank up spell, but now it's like not necessarily. I guess it was amazing because you just lock your opponent out for like the rest of the turn. But this is still an interaction that can still be utilized, right? So then you just, and that's your board. You have because one connector gave you 1, 2, 3, 4 interactions, right? And that's only 1 card. So like if you have 4 more cards, that can either be like Called by the Grave. If you want to play Hand Trap, if you open up multiple, you know, and if you open up multiple multiple cards, then you can end on more things, right? You can end. Let me just go ahead and show you the deck list, okay? Because it's very it's very like it's still like rough drafty, like it's very because it's one of those decks that's like very like it's very like a bunch of garnets inside it, so you have to like I guess ratios are really important because you don't want to be breaking with those combo pieces. But let me just show you the deck list. Okay, so here's the deck list. It's very for those of you that have been following me, you guys are aware like how Garnets work, right? Like you don't want the cards you don't want to draw, but they hide the ceiling. So so it's like the risk is worth the reward type of thing. So basically, you just have your standard like warriors. Like you want to higher the chance if you open up warriors to do the Assault Day play. Because all it's doing basically is just giving you the guarantee to get Distributor. That's all it's doing. It's consistently getting you the Distributor to make a synchro that you want, right? So you can either make this or you can make Savage or Dragster, assuming you open up multiple cards. Which is why I'm playing Wielder, because you kind of want to save the Distributor, but like let's say you just open up just a connector and like it's still, you can still do something, right? It's still viable, but like ideally we want the more cards you have, the better your end board will be, of course. And this is basically another level 3 tuner that can make Dragster without using your Distributor, right? And it's very simple to do. You have so many 3s. You have 3, 6, and then 9. This is basically another 3 because it gets you at the level 3, right? And then you synchro this into level 7, which is initially you would in the combo you just saw. You did it with Distributor, but yeah, because like there's a combo you can do. You can open up Dragster and Savage, or depending on Omega or like Void Ogre, because most time you have no cards in hand. You set everything, and then you basically deplete your hand to your board. But this is a little bit like more synchro heavy kind of compared to other Arcus builds. And of course you have your Nightmare lineup. So it's not like you can't do anything, which is what I kind of like about this. So you have other routes, and you can be interactive, going second as well. And then of course you play this one as well, because you can. There's times where it's this survives the Galatea, and you can still just summon it and then pop 2 cards, and just basically pick board. So basically you don't play normally you play wand, but like I said, you don't really want to use them any more than that. After the point, it's just create a strong enough board and to just have your opponent like not be able to break it, and then just follow it up with it like in order to hit the following turn. But this is just like a test trial. Like even this is like it's a bit I'm not too sure. Might just, I don't know, because you kind of want to hire the card count because you don't want to be drawing into your one-notes. And the reason you play lore is because sometimes like the issue where some of you might notice is that if you draw these, then your combo's dead, right? But that's why you play Lure and DDR, because let's say you do draw them and you can lure them away, and then you can just get access to DDR and just bring it back, and that like, so you don't have to be burning your normal summon on this, which is something that can be a bit of a concern, right? And but yeah, everything's very basically standard. Like you don't even have to play three Fogblade. You can just play 1 and 1, I guess, and then just play other things. Like I was thinking of putting Plague as well, because sometimes you could just top deck one of these if you draw them, and then and then continue on from there. Because you can still do the mermaid play is still there. All you need is just get 2 monsters and make your nightmare. Then just you can still end up doing your board. But I guess this just adds another little layer. Just hires the ceiling a little bit more. But other than that, it's basically pretty straightforward. It's nothing too innovative, I guess. But it's something I haven't seen. I was looking at the current combos because I needed to learn it to see how do you do it, right? I other than that, it's basically the mermaid combo. Just yeah, but I just put one of each, and then to compensate for the fact that if you draw them, you play this as well. But anyways, that's basically it. Go ahead and try it out. Let me know what you think, and like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.